probably way down the line, but for right now, I'm just kind of keeping this to myself. But I did want to mention this because I think it's important that you guys know that, you know, it's important that I am honest with you guys and that I let you guys in on what is going on with me. And I have been going through a kind of rough area, rough spot of my life, a rough patch, whatever you want to call it. And I can kind of weigh in on the subject because I have gotten a lot of messages. I know some people have asked, not some, but quite a few people have actually asked me for advice when dealing with stress or sadness, depression in general in their life. And like I said, I've never experienced like the medicinal case of depression, the way it's defined medically. Like, I've never had a doctor prescribe me with being depressed because I've personally never been depressed. Like I already said, I've never had an extended period of my life where I was extremely sad and couldn't get over it no matter what I did. Usually with time, wounds do heal emotionally and spiritually, I suppose, and it's something that I can weigh in on, like I said. So I've gotten people messaging me and asking for advice on this, and really the universal advice that I can give regarding depression is typically to stay positive, and like, it's so much easier said than done to stay positive when you're going through a sort of extreme rough patch in your life. And you know, it's kind of a slap in the face for me to say, oh, just stay positive and such, but really, if you kind of fight the battles and stick through it, eventually you do get over it. And I mean, I've gotten messages where it was seriously, like, extremely bad cases of depression, like where one person in particular that sent me a message, they had to go to the doctor and they were actually not subscribed, but prescribed, or what's the word? They were, I'm trying to look, they were diagnosed, that's the one. Couldn't think of the word, but they were actually given the diagnosis of being clinically depressed, and at a relatively young age, which is something that seems to be happening relatively frequently. I want to say it's something that a lot of kids like these days seem to go through, just because of all the pressures that you're given at a younger age these days. I mean, granted, some people are kind of cushioned, or what's the word? Some people are numbed to certain things. Not numbed. What's the word I'm looking for? Kids are protected a lot by their parents, but in a lot of cases where kids have to deal with, you know, family problems and such, and that's kind of a case that I have. I don't have family problems that are like especially bad, but I know some people have it extra bad, like this person that had messaged me, and it's definitely not something that is easy to go through, and especially with all the pressures that people get in this day and age at a younger age. You know, the pressures of trying to stay, what's the word, socially accepted in school, especially when school is as hostile, I suppose, as it can be in the modern age, because kids are mean. Kids are really mean, especially in the early teenage years. People seem to mature once they get older than 16 or so, but it's already nighttime again, so I'm going to have to go ahead and sleep the night away here. In fact, I might have to... Yeah, let's actually go ahead and break this. I'm going to have the path go out a little bit more this way, because that's too narrow of a stable there, I would say. So, damn it. Well, I have another pickaxe right here, so go ahead and make one when I get back inside. But, yeah, all the pressures that people have to go through, and this person in particular had to go through quite a bit, I would say, dealing with family problems, and mostly problems at school, from what I remember this message being about. It was mostly issues at school that they were having, kids bullying them or making fun of them because, you know, they had whatever problems that they had, whether it was acne or just being awkward or being weird and not fitting in with everybody else. And it's something that a lot of people have a hard time going through. I mean, like, I never really had those problems, but I definitely saw, oh God, where did that guy come from? Wow. What an ass. Oh well. At least it didn't kill me. I've got my awesome armor on, so it wasn't too bad. He just came out of nowhere. Like, I didn't even notice, but oh well. He blended in with the grass, and he was like, oh, I'm going to get you, Clash. But he didn't, so he can suck my ass. But I definitely saw my fair share of bullying growing up, and most of the time, I try to stay out of any kind of conflict whatsoever, because when you put yourself in that situation, you are kind of you put yourself on the line as well. And like if it was there's one thing if I notice somebody's being what's the word, picked on in a way that is sort of okay, I'm definitely gonna have to lead this guy away from my Narnia land here. All right, come on, buddy. There you go. Let's go ahead and lead him over here. Come on, you can do this for me, man. 2 creepers in like the span of a couple minutes here. That's really shitty. All right, you're gonna die here. Yeah, you're dead. So, wow, the friggin' creepers really brought me off of my train of thought, kind of. I was kind of going somewhere, and I completely lost it with these stupid creepers. But usually, like, if somebody's, like, being beat up, of course I'm gonna intervene. But if somebody's just being picked on, like, you know, being made fun of for whatever reason, I would usually stay out of it. But like I said, these things sort of work themselves out as the years go on, especially bullying. It seems like usually people seem to mature around post-16. I mean, a lot of it depends on where you're from and, you know, your school in particular, because it's not something that I can just throw a blanket statement over and say, oh, this is going to work out, because it might not work out. People might take forever to mature where you live, and, you know, that seems to be the root cause of a lot of depression for kids. They're either picked on or whatever. They're made fun of, or they're beat up and bullied and such, or they have family problems. You know, they've got like an alcoholic parent or something, which I never had to go through, fortunately. I never dealt with bullying or like an alcoholic parent or a parent that was on drugs, and it seems like a lot of kids, well, not a lot, but a decent number, I should say, like a substantial amount of people seem to be going through those kinds of problems, and it's not something that you're prepared for at a young age. It's not something that you can handle outright, and if you can, then that definitely means if you're strong enough emotionally to deal with parents who fight a lot, or parents that are alcoholics or bullying. Like, if you come home every day and you still get your homework done and you still put up with the crap that you go through, that in and of itself is a strong feat, because there were some kids that I saw get picked on so bad, or I'd heard of you getting picked on so bad, that you'd be surprised why the cops hadn't been called. And honestly, like, if it gets to the point where you are constantly being bullied by like the one particular group of people, or, you know, that group of people in general always has it out for you, etc., and it's just so bad where you can't even bring yourself to go to school, then at that point you probably need to go to the police. And I don't even care who makes fun of you after that. Like, if depending on the area where you live on, you shouldn't have problems like that. If you're being practically assaulted and bullied and such, then it's not going to be something that you can just let go. Like, if you're getting black eyes every other week, that's the kind of extreme that I'm talking about, where the police need to get involved if your school won't do anything, etc. But just acknowledge that if you're strong enough to come home and then continue to go to school and continue to do school, you know, get good grades and such, then that in and of itself tells me that you're a little bit stronger than you might give yourself credit for, because I've seen some stuff that people have had to go through. And like I said, I've never had to go through a case of bullying, I don't think. I've had issues where people like to mess with me or like to think that they can bully me. Usually it doesn't work out. Usually I was able to stand up for myself, especially I think in high school. Nothing ever really happened to me. There was no bullying. There was one guy in particular who liked to get under everybody's skin, but he didn't have it out for me in particular. He, like I said, he just had it out for anybody who paid attention to his bullshit. And there were a couple times where we almost fought, but usually I just let stuff go because, like I've mentioned, I'm going to have to make this like a, actually, is that good? Is that equal on both sides there? I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, yeah. Look at me. I'm so good. Actually, is this going to work out? Oh, I could do trapdoors, couldn't I? All right. Let's go ahead and... Actually, yeah. All right. So I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do here. But so, yeah. Just know that you are a lot stronger than you might give yourself credit for if you are constantly toughing it out and battling, whatever family issues you might have. I'd like to talk more about whatever issues I have, but it's not really something that I can reflect on quite yet, because I don't think I'm really over the hump that I'm on right now, I suppose, if I can call it that. It's like kind of a rough spot in my life. It's kind of a very stressful spot in my life, but like I said, can't really discuss it right now. Right now, I'm just kind of looking around because I hear stuff kind of walking around me for some reason. I'm hearing things, or Oh god damn, this tree's in my way. Stupid tree. I hate trees. At least in Minecraft. I don't hate trees in real life. That'd be pointless, because a tree never did anything to me, unless I walked into it, but then it's my fault anyways. Anywho, can I even get a cow through this? I'm gonna have to go ahead and test this out here. Let's make a trap door. Hopefully I can remember how to do this. If I can't, then I should probably stop playing Minecraft and complain and then go on the Blizzard forums. Is that it right there? Yes, it is. Cool. That'll do it for me, man. I don't care. What should I get rid of here? I can get rid of some dirt. Actually, I can put that there and drop that one. And then, all right, cool. Very good indeed. Let's go ahead and place these right there. Oh, wow. Poop. Poop on me. No, never mind. Don't do that. That'd be messed up. But yeah, depression in general. You just have to know that it doesn't last forever, because I've had periods of time where maybe it was a month or so where I couldn't get out of like a funk. Like, no matter what you do, nothing seems to go right. I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. Like, no matter what you do, no matter how hard you study on something maybe or something like that, you just can't seem to get it right, and you can't, maybe pass this class or whatever, whether it's, bad grades, family troubles, being bullied or whatever. And of course, I can only weigh in on people who are younger than me, because that's the only period of time I've experienced. And it also sucks if you're an adult too, and if you're having problems, paying the bills and such. All of this kind of applies. If you stick through it and you really fight those battles, it always gets better from what I've found. And especially the situation that I'm in right now, which of course, like I've already said a couple times now, I'd like to, what's the word? I'd like to weigh in on this a little bit more and reflect on this a little bit more in accordance, I should say, with my own issues that I'm having, but I don't really think I want to reflect on that right now. I don't think I want to kind of burden you guys whatever it is that I might be going through right now. Of course, I'll talk about this at some point, but right now I'm putting it on hold. But yeah, if you're battling depression or you're battling some sort of funk or whatever, and you just, no matter what you do, you can't seem to win. I think we all have moments like that. We all have times like that where we just cannot beat whatever it is we're going through, and we can't seem to do anything right, and like everything just seems to go the wrong way, and everything sways the wrong way, and it's usually just a phase in life that we go through. It's something that eventually we overcome, and it's something where usually all of the effort that you put in, all of the time that you spend to oh crap, why was I making this stone? I don't even know what use I have for this stone. I was probably trying to make stone for the pathways and such, but I don't even want those anymore. What I want to do is make some fences here, so let's go ahead and make a bit more sticks and such. Okay, if I can put that away, and then there we go. Gonna put that right there, and then right there. Gonna make a bunch of sticks, and I've got a bunch of wheat here I can use to make bread, so go ahead and put some stuff away, and that, and all these saplings and whatnot. Got a lot of crap here. It's Crap City, which I'm not a fan of. All right, here we go. Go ahead and do that and that. Got to concentrate on this so I don't look dumb, because, Narnia knows, Aslan knows that I can be dumb quite often, pretty often. It's not like a rare occurrence. It's not like something that happens once a year or once a month. It happens at least once a day in one of my videos. Since I upload 6 videos a day, it's bound to go down at some point. But, what can you do? Let's go ahead and wrap up this right here. And let's see, we're definitely making progress here. Now I'll have like an endless supply of ribs, pretty much, and bacon as well, if I decide to put both pigs and cows in here. People were telling me to kill all the cows, and I was like, don't they despawn out of the world? I'm pretty sure if I decide to kill all of them, I don't think that's a good idea to kill all of them. There are a few roaming around just like south of here, or whichever direction. I think it's west, because the sun rises on the east and sets on the west. So there's some cows that are to the west of us right now, but I'm going to have to worry about that whenever I've got the stable actually good to go, full of stuff and whatnot. So there's that. And, yeah, didn't really have too much to talk about with this topic, but I did want to touch upon it and, reassure people who might be going through tough times and whatnot to just battle through it, because I've gotten messages where it's like, Clash, I just want to say thank you for doing what you do. and making the videos that you do as often as you do, because it's the one solace that I have when I come home from school, or when I have time off from work. I'll watch one of your videos, or I'll follow this series. And you know, if you're watching just one of my series, that's good enough for me. You're doing me a huge favor by tuning in for that. And you know, it's not something that I take for granted, like I already said earlier. You know, and then they tell me, you know, I've been going through tough times or whatever, and you know, like I said, the only thing that the thing that I look forward to when I get home from school is your videos and such. So that actually means a lot to me. It's good to know that I can make other people's crappy days less crappy. I mean, that's a reassuring thing to know that what I'm doing is going well here. But I'm gonna go ahead and actually put some fences around here just to kind of double up here, because I think it'll look a little bit better. So I have the spare fences. I'll probably finish it later because I don't have all the fences necessary right now. But did the sun? Yeah, we already slept. All right.